welcome, welcome. So y'all was coming live today. If you follow me on Instagram, but I just wanted to come on here and talk about a few things. I'm gonna get in this thing. I'm gonna get off this thing, and then we're done. So first and foremost, I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. I hope you guys are feeling well, doing well, succeeding, achieving, doing the things you need to do, whether it's running errands, whether it's clean your home, whether it's just relax and be lazy on this beautiful Saturday. I just got off of work, so you girl, I'm not tired, but I feel like I'm just settling in from getting home from work. That's really how I feel. So, but yeah, I just wanted to come on here real quick, talk about a few things that was just thinking about. First and foremost, I just want to say I am so grateful for her journey with Asia in the direction that it's going. I'm so glad that first and foremost my journey is my journey. I am grateful that no matter what, I have the courage to get up here and speak and talk about my life. I think I talked about this in a previous video, but I was really scared to even get up here and talk about my life and even show my face and even just have the courage to show up. And so, which I think is or maybe, maybe y'all don't or you do, but all I'm saying is this is a small win for me and a very, very, very beautiful win for me. So I'm just grateful that I can get up here and show my face, and no matter what, learning disability and all, health issues and all my flaws and all, I can get up here and just be unapologetically me. And I am so grateful for that. So I just wanted to say that, and also just thank you for the support and the love that you guys give me. Y'all don't have to do it, I swear y'all don't. There's so many, hi y'all. There's so many people. I'm sure there's some lives going on that y'all can tune into, but y'all don't, you know what I'm saying? Y'all here and y'all tune into me, so I'm just very happy. I don't care if it's just one of y'all. No matter what, I'm gonna put on the show. I told y'all I was going live today, and that's exactly what I did. I came on here and went live, so I'm grateful. Thank you for the love, the support. Thank you guys so much for showing everything that y'all have, just showing up and showing love, because y'all don't have to, and I don't take it for granted. I just wanted to say that in the beginning of the show. I don't take none of it for granted. Y'all definitely don't have to come on here. There's so many other platforms y'all can watch, but the fact that y'all show up when I hop on this live is beautiful. Or even when on any of the other platforms I'm on, and y'all comment and y'all show love, I promise y'all, I promise you, I can't even tell you how much gratitude and how grateful I am, because y'all don't have to do that. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. But now that I got that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and get into some topics I wanted to talk about. First and foremost, this has just been, hitting me. If you don't know, I am about to be turning 27 in a couple of weeks, and I've talked about this on my other platforms. And I just wanted to talk about how I don't have any regrets in my life. I just wanted to hit these three things. First and foremost, if I had to question if I have any regrets in my life, the answer to that question is no. I really don't. I feel like everything that happened to me and everything that has happened in my life is for sure supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? Everything happens for a reason. No, I do. The second thing I want to talk about is no. No feeling like I am dwelling on my life choices. Hi. I don't feel like I am dwelling or harping on my life choices that I made. Such as, going to college, maybe hanging out with who I hung out with when I was in my teenage years. Um, I definitely think I could have handled things a little bit differently, especially how I dealt with, um, and I've said this before, my health, how I dealt with conflict resolution of things in my life. Um, and how, hi everybody, I'm 5 minutes in, so go ahead and hit that like button. Hey everybody, thank you for coming in. Go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe. Um, but like I was saying, I think as far as that, I wish I would have done things differently. But I don't feel like any life regrets. Like I feel like everything came with a lesson. Everything came with a lesson. First and foremost, going to college right out of high school. If I didn't do that and make the mistakes I made with that, I wouldn't know how much I really appreciate, my education. I feel like I've always appreciated my education more, but I wouldn't have known how much I appreciate that. And also, I wouldn't have seen the development from my teenage years all the way up into my young adult years, seeing that progress. I wouldn't have seen that. And even now, I do see a little bit of progress, and I'm going to talk about that. I do see some progress with my learning disability as I'm entering my late 20s. And so, going through things, like I said, going to college right out of high school, I wouldn't appreciate things if I didn't go through things. I always try to keep an optimistic mindset and try to look at the glass half empty. I mean, half full other than half empty, excuse me. And that's one thing that I've always been told is that I through everything, I always keep a positive mindset. And so that is something that I really am proud of myself, and I am so grateful. Another thing I want to talk about is never being afraid of a challenge. Um, if I wouldn't have made the choices I made as far as, you know, challenging myself to go to college, challenging myself to take certain jobs, challenging myself to learn certain things, challenging myself to um, just not sit with, you know, my health conditions and not look into it and not go get the specialists I need and stuff like that. Because those are challenges. My health conditions are challenges. If I would have never, ever did those things, I would have never found out what I needed to do more and more. And it would have helped me progress in these things that I need to do and I need to handle. I didn't know I needed an endocrinologist when I first found out that I had Turner syndrome. I didn't know that. I didn't even know what that was, if I could be honest. And so, and then also having a good doctor played a part in it too. So, I wouldn't have known. I would have known that if I didn't go to certain, if I didn't go to my doctor and I didn't get that certain information, and even me doing some research and also searching up some specialists as well that are needed to that, I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known. So, yeah, it was challenging and things are challenging, and making certain decisions and taking certain steps was challenging, but nevertheless I'm grateful because it really taught me that I'm really more stronger than what I thought, and my strength is really stronger than what I thought. Hopes for life after 2025. I am actually about to be 10 minutes in, so y'all please hit that like button, subscribe, comment, all of that. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button for sure, and that subscribe button if you're already not subscribed. The next thing I want to talk about is hopes for life after 25. Like I told y'all in the beginning, I'm about to be 27 in a couple of weeks. My hopes is for constant growth. I really want to just consistently grow and grow and grow. I see it every day. I look at myself as a work in progress. I have made mistakes like anybody else has. I am not perfect, but I'm just so grateful that, for one, I didn't throw myself away or count myself out when others did. And I'm not saying everybody did, but you did have a lot of people that counted me out. And also, most importantly, God didn't count me out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had a conversation with my best friend a couple of weeks ago, and she put some things into perspective that really, really helped me. And shout out to her. Um, and one thing she really highlighted, because me and her, I'm not going to disclose, but let's just say that similarities are there when it comes to us. And, she was like, at the end of the day, Asia, we could have not been here. Through it all, we could have not been here. And I'm just grateful that we are. Because it just goes to show that we are stronger than what we thought. But it's also okay to know that we don't have to be as strong as that. We don't have to be strong all the time. And that's something that I'm also learning as I'm going into my journey more, is that I don't have to be strong all the time. I don't have to be the strong, quote unquote, strong black woman. I don't have to be that. And that is okay. I don't have to wear that trope. It's okay for me to cry. It's okay for me to be emotional. It's okay. Because I'd rather cry my tears. I'd rather feel my emotions. I'm speaking for me. To each his own, to anybody else that's out there. But I'd rather cry my tears. I'd rather deal with my emotions and feel them than put them out in the world. And I'm exactly that. I'm just the quote unquote angry black woman. I'm just that. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna get generalized, and they're gonna already stereotype us anyway. But I will say anything that I can do. I'm not going. I don't want to fit that, and that's just that. But constant growth, seeing it. How do I do constant growth? How do I see the constant growth? I see it because I wake up every day. I see it because the different situations I go through, I don't handle them how I used to handle them. And so I can see that, and I'm very proud of myself. I'm definitely giving myself a lot of props. That's another thing that I'm going to really do, is try to celebrate myself as much as possible. So that's another thing that I'm going to do going forward in my journey, but that's a whole other conversation. Being more cautious and not afraid. I feel like I need to be more cautious of things. I need to really be cautious of my surroundings, really be cautious of the things I put myself into. That was something that, like I said in the beginning, I don't feel like I did enough. Especially when it just came to, it's not that I hung out with bad crowds or anything, or I hung out with bad groups of people. I'm not going to say that. But I definitely think that if I would have known now what I know, if I would have known what I know now back then, it would have been totally different. I would have went in a whole totally different direction, and that's all I'm gonna say on that. When it came to friendships, when it came to my mindset, when it came to a lot of things, so I just want to be more cautious. I want to be more cautious with the company I keep, with the situations, the environments, the everything that I put myself into. So that is one of my hopes for 2025. Another hope is getting a stronger relationship with God. I do feel like, if I could be honest, that I have not been on my P's and Q's and crossing my T's and dotting my I's to where I want to be in my relationship with God, my individual relationship. And so I want to go ahead and make sure that is strengthened. And yeah. So I want to make sure that I strengthen that 100%. We are 15 minutes in, y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that button. Make sure you guys are like, comment, and subscribing. Alrighty. The last thing I want to touch is my learning disability progress. Um, and I do want to encourage, if you do have a learning disability, go look at resources in your state, your city, your town. There are different resources that they have out there. I could post some for my people that live in Oklahoma, where I live. Go look into that. Go look into that, and look at those resources that they have for different disabilities, not just learning disabilities, but different disabilities. You know, I want to be an advocate. I'm not gonna say I am, but I hope to be an advocate of advocating for folks with disabilities, as someone who has disabilities, a learning disability, and many different learning disabilities into that learning disability. You know, comprehension, math, all of that. So, but yeah, look up those resources. They have, you know, different resources in your state and city. Take advantage of those. Don't run from it, guys. If you know that there's a possibility you can have a learning disability, or that you have a disability, or your children, family members, etc., etc., don't run from it. There are so many resources, and I promise you, when I say this, it is okay to be different. It is okay to have a learning disability. It is okay to learn differently than others. It is perfectly okay. It's perfectly fine. To me, in my personal opinion, what's not okay is running from it and acting like that's not what it is when it is. So, just wanted to put that out there. Alrighty, so going into my last thing, and I'm off of here for the day. Again, thank you so much, guys. We're going into 17 minutes in. The last thing I want to talk about, and then I'm off of here for the day. My learning disability progress. Learning disability progress at this point for me. I definitely see some development. I'm currently right now doing some learning. I would say training. And in this training process, I can see that I'm learning and processing the information way better than I would have probably processed it about, even 5 years ago. And so I can see that I'm learning the processes and I'm learning the curriculum a little bit better. And writing notes, I've also learned that writing notes has been so helpful. You know, it's always been helpful for me, but now writing notes is extremely helpful for me. Going back over and reading back over the curriculum as many times as I need to is helpful for me. Definitely seeing it better, you know, job wise, or shall I say career wise. I'm hoping, and I'm rest assured. It's only been about 2 years since I've been out of college. I'm sure I plan to eventually go back, because I want to just get my degree, and I'm touching it. And so I'm gonna see when I go back how is it gonna be for me learning the curriculum versus 2-3 years ago. And honestly, y'all, 2-3 years makes a difference with so much. Let me just say that on the side note. 2-3 years makes such a big difference of things. Oh my gosh, development is the word. And I think that's gonna be my word for next year is development. For me, I always want to change. I always want to develop. I always want to grow and process I always want to process and progress. And so for me, I'm seeing it. Those resources definitely helped me in my journey, and my when it comes to my health. It is, I mean, not my health, excuse me. When it comes to my learning disability, my disability, it has helped. Those resources has helped. So I am just grateful. I'm just happy. And I definitely see it. I definitely see the growth as an adult versus when I was a child. I always had that extra help, and I'm grateful that I got it in school and stuff like that. But I'm so grateful now that it's kind of to a point where I still need that help, I'm not gonna say completely I don't need that help when it comes to my learning disability, but I can kind of have it's like a kind of a where it was so, somebody really needed to be there and really help me, and I really needed that extra help. It's not that I don't need the help at all, but if you could tell it's a little bit more better where I can kind of do things by myself a little bit more. And so I'm so grateful for that when it comes to my learning disability. I'm just so happy that the development is there. I know that there's so much to go and so many things I have to learn. I can't even wait to see how it's going to be in the next 10 years when I'm 37. You know what I'm saying? So overall, I am grateful to see that. And I know I'm going to do better and better and better. I know that it's going to take some time. I've come to a point of acceptance, learning that just because I have a learning disability doesn't mean that it stops my life. I can drive a car. I can um, work a job. You know what I'm saying? I can go to school. It's just a little bit tougher for me because I do have a learning disability. But one thing I've always never wanted, and neither had my parents, was letting that be a crutch for me. And I just pray that I never get to a point where I let it just be a crutch for me. Because I don't want to be, I don't want to be, disabled twice, shall I say. Um, I don't. And I don't mean any harm by that. No disrespect by that. I mean, I do have a disability. I am a little disabled in the learning area, in the curriculum area, and stuff like that. So, yeah. But that's all I wanted to talk about, y'all. Overall, I just wanted to hit on those topics. Those are things that I've just been thinking about. I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all. Like I said, I was going to come on live. We are about to be 23 minutes in. I'm sorry I didn't hit it at the 20 mark to tell y'all to like, comment, and subscribe, but I'm so grateful that you guys came in. I'm so glad that you guys have spent part of y'all Saturday with me. Make sure you guys are following me on Instagram at Journey with Asjia, TikTok at Journey with Asjia, Twitter Journey with Asjia, Facebook Journey with Asjia. Make sure you guys are following me there. I'm going to try to be more consistent when it comes to posting on all platforms. I usually post on my Instagram more than anything, on the IG, but I need to be a little bit more consistent, and also post it in my community tab here on YouTube too. So you guys gonna get it together. I'm only one person. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this by myself. I'm running my platform by myself, so I gotta give grace. Many of us are. We're running our platforms by ourselves. So you know what I'm saying. No disrespect to nobody that's not. Shout out to the folks that got a whole team. I hope to get there one day. So that's my goal. But again, I'm just happy that you guys spent Saturday with me, or part of y'all Saturday. I hope you guys continue to stay safe. I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys are taking care of yourself. Like I said, those resources for learning disabilities and for disabilities are really important. Also, I encourage you guys to make sure you guys go to the doctor. Make sure you guys are getting checked up as well. I'm going to always encourage that on my platform. And yeah, I just hope to see Journey with Asjia grow and grow and grow. Like I said, I don't care if it's one person in here. I'm going to show my face, and hopefully as long as I show up, this develops. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully this platform develops as long as I show up. So that's my goal. But nevertheless, I'm gonna get up out of here, guys. I hope you guys have a great Saturday. Stay safe. Love you, my Journey family. I will be going live on Monday, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays I will be live. So Make sure you guys look out for those days. Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Look for your girl to go live. Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays is where I will go live. I'm not going to say that it's not subject to change, but that is my plan. And that is what I'm going to do. Again, I'm only one person, so. But I should be able to go live on those days. I don't see why I won't. So, nevertheless, I'm going to give you guys your day. Thank you guys for coming, for showing up. Anybody that left a comment, hi to everybody in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, you guys do not have to show up. We are 25 minutes in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that button. Make sure you share as well. Share the channel. Let's get these numbers up. You know what I'm saying? You know, pass it on. But I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna give you guys your Saturday. And until Monday, and until next time, bye y'all. See y'all next time. See y'all Monday. Have a great day. Thank you guys for tuning in.